Now, let us start with the next part of this chapter, electrochemistry. Let us study some definitions first for conductance of electrolytic solution. First is resistance. Resistance is simply the opposition to the flow of current. It is represented by R and is equal to potential upon current V upon I. Unit of resistance is ohms. Then we have conductance. It is the reciprocal of resistance. Represented by L, it is equal to 1 by R. So the unit will be 1 by ohm, means ohm inverse, mho or Siemens. Then specific resistance or resistivity. The resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to the length of the conductor and inversely proportional to the area of cross section of the conductor. So we may write R proportional to L upon A. Changing the sign of equality to proportionality, it becomes R is equal to rho L upon A. This rho is called specific resistance or resistivity. If length of the conductor is 1 meter, area is 1 meter square, then R will be equal to rho. So, you can define specific resistance as the resistance offered by a conductor having 1 meter length and 1 meter square area of cross section. Unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Then specific conductance or conductivity of the solution. The reciprocal of specific resistance is called specific conductance or conductivity of the solution. We have already read about this formula, rho is equal to R A upon L. Let us inverse this formula. So 1 upon rho will be equal to 1 upon R into L by A. So we may write kappa is equal to L, capital L into small l upon A. This kappa is conductivity. If L is 1 meter, A 1 meter square, then you can define conductivity as the conductance of a solution kept between two parallel electrodes, each of area 1 meter square, separated by 1 meter length. Unit of specific conductance will be ohm inverse, meter inverse. This conductivity depends upon nature of material, temperature and pressure. According to the nature, based upon the conductivity, materials can be divided into three types: conductors, semiconductors or insulators. Conductors are those which conduct the electricity which have very high conductivity. These include metals and their alloys. Insulators which do not conduct electricity at all. These include glass and ceramics. In semiconductors, the conductivity is in between those of conductors and insulators. For example, doped silicon. Then there is one more category of the material which are known as superconductors. Superconductors have zero resistivity or infinite conductivity. Earlier, Only metals and their alloys at very low temperature, that is 0 to 15 Kelvin, were known to behave as superconductors. But nowadays, a number of ceramic materials and mixed oxides are also shown superconductivity at temperature as high as 150 Kelvin. Conductivity through metals takes place with the help of electrons. It is called electronic or metallic conductance. It depends upon nature and structure of metal, number of valence electrons per atom, and temperature. Conductivity through metals decreases with increase in temperature. Why? Because when you increase the temperature, electrons as well as kernels, they start vibrating very fastly. So these kernels, which are positively charged, they hinder the movement of electrons in the metal, thereby decreasing the conductivity. Conductivity through solutions take place with the help of ions. In this case, the conductivity depends upon nature of electrolyte, size of ions produced, their solvation, nature of solvent, viscosity of solvent, concentration of electrolyte, and temperature. About temperature, conductivity increases with increase of temperature because now the movement of ions become fast. Now we have to measure the conductivity of an ionic solution. You might have studied in physics that measurement of an unknown resistance can be performed with the help of Wheatstone bridge. So same principle, same Wheatstone bridge can be used for solutions also, but here we face two problems. First is, by passing direct current through the solution, it changes its composition. Though this problem can be solved if we use AC, that is alternating current, in place of DC. Second problem is, a solution cannot be connected to a bridge like a metallic wire or a solid conductor. This second problem is solved by using a specially designed vessel called conductivity cell. You can see the conductivity cell on the screen. It consists of two platinum electrodes coated with platinum black, having area of cross section equal to A, separated by a distance L. The solution is filled in this vessel. This L by A ratio, that is length upon area ratio, that is constant for a particular cell. So it is called cell constant and it is engraved on the vessel. This L by A ratio is denoted by a symbol G star. The conductivity of solutions of different electrolytes taken in a same solvent and a same temperature, it also differs due to charge and size of ions in which they dissociate, the concentration of ions, or the ease with which the ions move. So, a new very meaningful quantity called molar conductivity was also introduced. It is denoted by a symbol. Now you can see the symbol. It is like an inverted V. It is also called lambda. It is actually a capital lambda. So it is called lambda m. This molar conductivity is related to the conductivity of the solution by the equation lambda m is equal to kappa upon C, where C is the concentration of the solution. Now, while solving the numericals based upon molar conductivity, you have to be very careful in terms of its units. If kappa is to be expressed in Siemens per meter, concentration in moles per meter cube, then the units of molar conductivity will be ohm inverse, meter square, mole inverse. Now you can see the relation lambda m, it becomes kappa upon, normally the molarity given to you is in moles per liter. So we'll have to convert this molarity into moles per meter cube. So the formula becomes lambda m equals to kappa upon 1000 into molarity. In the same equation, if kappa is expressed in Siemens per centimeter, concentration in moles per centimeter cube, then the units of lambda m will be Siemens, centimeter square, mole inverse. Now here again molarity, which is usually given to you, is in moles per liter. You have to convert that in moles per centimeter cube. So the formula becomes kappa into 1000 upon molarity. Here is one numerical. The resistance of a conductivity cell filled with 0.1 moles per liter KCl solution is 100 ohms if the resistance of the same cell, remember here same cell means cell constant will be same, when filled with 0.02 moles per liter KCl solution is 520 ohms. Calculate the conductivity and molar conductivity of 0.02 moles per liter KCl solution. The conductivity of 0.1 molar KCl solution is 1.29 Siemens per meter. So, how you have to do this for numerical? First, you will have to calculate the cell constant from the data of 0.1 molar KCl using the relation kappa is equal to L into G star. Kappa of 0.1 molar KCl is given. R of 0.1 molar KCl is also given. So you can calculate kappa from here. G star from here. After calculating cell constant, then using the same relation, you can calculate conductivity for 0.02 molar KCl solution. Students, generally in the board exam, you will get one numerical out of this topic. So please do practice of the numericals based upon these formulae from any of the available book. And if you still feel any difficulty, contact me on my personal WhatsApp